Why are you breathing so loud? We woke up and then we drove to Plymouth, and then we drove to Plymouth Patuxet. And we went to the Historic Patuxet Homesite. It's where the Native Americans lived before the Pilgrims arrived.
These are mostly white. If you're propping up a piece of bark, you can still that. I'm pretty sure that there's no rain.
Yeah. Then you need to go back to it.
You know, there is a replica, or we used to have a replica of the submarine boat. Hello, how are you guys? Welcome on over.
Now is just some fresh blueberries as well as some maple syrup, water, and some walnuts. And that'll be boiled down until it's closer to a jam-like texture. And then we'll be adding some bread made up out of corn flour, as well as some maple syrup and walnuts as like.
After that, we went to the 17th century English village. There were many things in the 17th century English village that did collect an interest in us all, such as armour, and spoons, and wasps' nest in roofs, and William's intellect. Oh, thanks, There were people dressed as pilgrims who were acting as if like it was that time period and like stayed in character, and they actually did like a really good job at staying in character. And there was also like proper like information people where you go up and like ask them about things.
About 4 years ago, so 3 years after the Mayflower, and I brought some furniture. But none of it can be really made here. Right. Only very simple things like that stool there, or a simple chairs, tables, sometimes. But anything.
This is the house of William Bradford, the governor of the colony. That's what lime does. And it's the part of salt that does the washing. We are not able to make salt here. Salt, we must have some sort of fat to make it more calmer and not so rough on the skin. You can either...
A great deal more in the house. Of course, well, Jonathan and I are married now, and 2 others of Master Brewster's children are married. So they're living elsewhere. Well, you're welcome to look about. I think my father-in-law has more books than anyone else in town. He, well, has had the most schooling of anyone here. He's been to some university.
Bible. That's a sick book. Really?
Something in the shape.
Yeah, I mean, they brought over different trades from England and more people that came had more skill. Work
Smell it. Right, stop for a film promo. This could work. Yeah. Very rustic. I think Barrett and Jack might like this actually. Good bed for all 3 of us. I'll have to ask the owner about this. I think that's good. That's such a one.
The whole idea for that having the 2 stories.
After that, we had our picnic. You think? No one says picnic. That's not a thing. Picnic. Stop punching me. No one needs to be found eating.
So this is how it evolved in the 17 and 1800s. And then into the last century.
Then we drove to downtown Plymouth. Parks and into Plymouth Grist Mill, and then we went for a tour around the Plymouth Grist Mill. Well, Dad, the mill was very interesting as they showed us how the mill operated and how the grain was, how the corn was ground down into fine powder and how that was used in bread. And William likes playing with the water.
Is that any need?
To what?
Now smell them! Yuck! Yeah. So, we are making some.
Face gear goes around. The lantern gear goes around 5 times. Sorry.
So one time was that bacon?
This one, you have to hold on with right hand. Okay, so hold on with one hand. Mountains are very high water coming from overhead, which we can't use. So it goes much faster because the energy is stronger when the water is coming from above.
The top one is the only one.
Dad just filmed my dad. Just don't put your audio on. Stop.
Where is it?
Then we walked the short 10-minute journey to Plymouth Rock, which was, oh god, that thing was incredible. Like, I've never seen a more interesting rock in my entire life. The rock was where the Pilgrims first stepped foot on American soil.
Well, if there's a rock, it was
Allegedly.
Allegedly. But they ended up moving the rock from its original place and in the process cracked it because they're a bunch of idiots. And now the rock has a big concrete crack down the middle and carved 1620 into it.
Get ready. Try to contain it.
Just do it again. Maybe stick it out.
Then we viewed around the Mayflower II, which
We
is
went
a
to view. Not viewed round.
we did view round. We then looked around the Mayflower II, which is a 1956 recreation of the original Mayflower, which was the first ship that brought the British Pilgrims to the Americas. It actually sailed across the Atlantic in the 50s, and they still take it out every now and then to dinner.
You're not fun.
Neither are you.
Catching that tropical depression next year. roof is strong and sturdy, that one. Definitely.
Most people are Mormons. Then we drove to Scituate Lighthouse. It was a white lighthouse next to the water that there were rocks next to, where we played in the rocks and threw them in the water.
The War of 1812.
During the War of 1812, the British were going to land at the lighthouse, but the people inside the lighthouse, the two daughters, played the drums and a fife to try to trick the British into thinking that there was a garrison there, which there wasn't, and it worked.
He's just throwing tiny stones. Thinks he's the beast sign from the top of the Oh shit, wow. That's cool. Take two. That was the warm up. That's good. I just didn't have the right motion. Yeah, see that?
Then we drove home back to Boston.
Wild like.
And a tiger subscribe.
And we like for them all.
Thumbs up.
Again.
Yeah.
Alright, go on, Pat.
Dad, stop recording now.
Stop pinching me.